Disclaimer: the following video is an uncut version of one that was previously uploaded in separate parts to accommodate YouTube's 15-minute limit for non-verified users. With the video being old, there may be some statements which I don't stand by or regret making. Please keep that information in mind. And as usual, this video contains content which is unsuitable for a young audience, and please do not harass any users I mention here. With that done, roll it. Hello viewers, Rosie Dabbing here, and if you've followed me in the past few months, I have been referencing a toxic group of copycats and suck-ups who are bringing me down to a lower status and are secretly making me part of the IGWay and GoAnimate groups. Stuff I clearly have a disdain for. The issue has only gotten worse as 2016 ended, and it persisted for quite a darn while. A majority of these people mirror my opinions pretty much every time, rarely bring anything new to the table, and on occasion, rip me off. They also have commentaries that associate with VGCB and IGWay people and try to make me believe that they are different by hating what I do. It's sad, and it shows how cynical these people act. Now I have seen some alright examples like Angel of Death and Golden Koso, but that's a rarity. A majority of which are just A-logging asshats who act like robots with no legitimate opinions. Case in point, Matruko 11's fans and Joe Crusher Pickles. This issue has actually been on my channel for longer than you may think, likely starting around late 2015. This mostly had involvement with a former real-life pal of mine, Peter the Trade-Loving Toon. Initially I didn't like his content so I didn't subscribe, but later on, my senses kicked in and became more negative towards him. No more rose-tinted glasses. Which, to be brutally honest, I don't even know why I actually cared for him in the first place. The thing that turned me away from him was the shovelware he was pumping out of his channel, and having involvement with the VGCP dickheads. Some of the content he produces includes fluff like my feelings when there's no internet connection, my feelings right now number 10, what do you think of this locomotive 36, Toontown fistbutt ideas, how he even made some videos about me, albeit terrible. It wasn't until mid-2016 where I thought it was becoming a big problem. And as always, the best way to get him off your booty is to piss him off. I asked him some questions for the past few months, and if he couldn't answer it, he called it a stupid question. I also kept talking about Log, you know, that one part of Ren and Stimpy that satirizes toy-based cartoons. He called it a disgrace because the log is not a toy. So I trollishly said it was the best toy and typed the lyrics to it on his discussion feed. Since this sensitive kid hated it so much, he removed those comments. This drove him to make a free dislike video out of it. Naturally, this was an opportunity to share the video on Twitter to give it likes, which really, I don't see how that is malicious. He then removed the video over the video receiving over 20 likes. And boy, this is where it gets real spicy. What the fuck? BN37, remove the like or I'll report you! Why the fuck did you hit the like button? You're supposed to dislike it! This is an issue with VGCP mentality. They tend to force people to like or hate a certain thing, and I didn't want to give into it, though later on he had said that he liked Log, so I immediately just forgot about the whole thing. What's the point in talking about Log now? I am willing to give in to the fact that I was acting like a snarky prick about the thing, but I guess it worked in conveying a point that some of my fans are bonkers. And believe me, his descriptions are even better. Here was the description for the video I had mentioned before. Log from Blammo is a disgrace. Back in Neutron 37, if you are watching this, please don't hit the like button. Licking logs are better. No likes allowed! And the madness continues to get better. Bullshit. Oreos were my favorite cookie. What were they thinking? I'm furiously crying very, very loud right now. Why? Because some anonymous toon kicked me out for not following directions during the VP battle from Toontown. How the fuck was I not following directions? I was! I just want to be 100% fucking promoted! If someone kicks me out again for not following directions, then I'm gonna find him or her and I will kill him or her! I'm sick of this shit! Somebody cheer me up for fuck's sake! And here's the best one. I'm getting fucking teed off. Why? Because my own keeps on forcing me to work like a balls-blowing slave, and she keeps interrupting me while I'm on my laptop. Does she think I have too many shit to do? This is the last time! The last goddamn time! I'm saving Toontown's stupid ass. I'm gonna stay away from my laptop. And guess what's for snack? I'm sick of this shit. I want my family to go to hell. My life blows. Damn, that's pretty fucking So overall, I feel like it was a warm-up to the future problems with people I dislike starting to pray to me. By the way, please do not go and stalk and harass this kid. Doing this is pretty scummy and not actual criticism in any way. Oh wait, I said criticism. Well, ever since the GoAnimate commentators in the IGWay discovered that word, they have made the word lose all of its meaning. Or at least in my community anyway. As the label implies, these people do commentaries solely on GoAnimate videos, or actually go towards ranting on other ranters to sound cool, and persuade others to like them. Guess what? That's not how it freaking works. If you've seen one commentary from them, you've pretty much seen every one of them in this subcommunity. They throw around terms like take criticism and can't handle criticism while not bothering to give them, well, criticism! And I wouldn't mind this if they weren't trying to pass their destructive roasting as criticism, and if it was entertaining to watch. I seriously can't find anything in their videos that doesn't make me not want to fall asleep and click the back button. As a testament to how bland these videos are, I will give an example of them for you all.
Hello peeps, this is Master Minion Entertainment established 2003, and today I am going to be doing a commentary on this one rant on Minions. What? How dare they not like Minions? Let's get into the rant.
Minions. No, more like Funyuns.
Oh wow. You use X more like Y in your rant. That is a waste of time.
And no one gives a bag of chips about the rest of these minions. I bet Duck from Word World loves this film.
Dude, Duck is a fictional character. Stop bringing up fictional characters. Better yet, don't make GoAnimate styled rants now. Got it?
This iPad is
Good.
10000000 better than those minions. Now if you excuse me, I am going to roast this putrid DVD.
Final thoughts. Person, you need to take criticism, and if you can't handle criticism right now. I was giving you criticism in this video.
Yeah, totally criticism! Thanks to these fucks, the word has become synonymous with the opposite of what it's supposed to mean. Speaking of overdone terms the GoAnimate commentators use, they have quite a few more than just that one. With the regular GoAnimate community using terms such as good and bad user, these guys have their own similar terms like mature and immature user. There's also this one umbrella term called innocent users that both sides seem to use for some reason. And because of the samey nature of their videos, some newcomer probably would mistake them for just another unwatchable GoTuber. For people who want to stray away from the rancid GoAnimate creators, they absolutely fail at their objective. Something that makes this worse is that a lot of these people are actually former GoFags like Scourge, aka Sympathy Trillion. But I won't be bringing up these people. Instead I will bring up people closer to my fanbase with some exceptions. The best place to begin an example with is with Michael the GoAnimate guy. Okay, he isn't one of those commentators, but he is the most covered person by them. So you guys must be asking to yourselves, why the fuck is he a bandwagon in that community? It all boils down to two things and two things only. He is a GoAnimate structured ranter, and supposedly can't take advice. Those are pretty much their only reasons. And the worst part is that they never actually try to make him improve. Even then, some people believe he is a troll anyway. Every fault Michael has had already been addressed in the past few years with other similar people. Nothing about his rants stands out from other GoAnimate rants. Not even the fact he's a copycat is new, as people were covered before who were also rant posers. As for their beef with him not taking 99% of the time, it seems that they implied their stage reactions and vendetta count as critique, or they can't handle it themselves to begin with. And this is where I start covering one of the most notorious examples of the GoAnimate commentators, Neil Parker Jr. I not only recognize him as a slimy damage controller, but I also see him as a brain-dead loony as well. Why do I think that? Well...
Need for Speed Most Wanted 2012 has got to be the best game ever.
Best game ever, huh? Explain to me why the car handling is sluggish, the overabundance of sparks, overly bright lighting, and that one glitch I shown you earlier, plus one after you beat the game where it fails to load the environment, makes this game the best ever. But fuck it, I don't want to get too carried away over his opinion on a dumb game. In terms of commentaries, he got rid of all of them. Though one of them has been re-uploaded, and it was the one he did on Just Guess. The only thing about that video that stood out to me was that some of the things Michael said made him cringe. 1. Wow, you're a pussy. And 2. The text-to-speech voices he uses can be very in places too. He also did one on a Punishment Day video, I believe, and pretty much just summed up everything that happened. And that's another thing that bothers me with this GoAnimate and IGWay commentary thing. They always give the viewers warnings, even for the littlest things, like if a video is loud or something. And in numerous other instances, they flat out tell us what's going on. Look, if you're going to talk down to your audience like this, does it really seem outlandish that your critics and trolls call you dunderheads retarded and have no sense of open thought? But my god, him making those videos is a relief when you look at the stuff he had tried doing about a month ago. He had hired some of his delusional fanatics to make Automagic Critic, the re-uploader of Neil's commentary, try to postpone his commentary on him. Beyond the traditional excuses like him taking which is a massive contradiction given he hired people to raid the re-upload, and not taking trolls seriously, he mentioned an irrelevant user thinking that was one of the reasons he wanted to do the video. You Neil-fanatics can't just assume some random moment from half a year ago had relation to the commentary, especially when Automagic never knew of the guy. Their hive mind mentality is as noticeable as the background in this video is blue. It's no better than that of the GoAnimate community actually. But once again, some of them are transcendents of the GoAnimators. Even if this dude didn't even try to witch hunt him for planning to make a commentary on him, he's still a shit commentator. Now to head to an admittedly better example of an IGWay commentator, Alex Heck, the commentary guy. Yeah, I think you know who this guy is. His commentaries are somewhat decent, but I feel they are uncreative and repetitive at times. Half of the points in his commentaries amount to explain or stuff like that. Still is hands down a drastic improvement from his first ever commentary from a year ago. However, he does upload some cartoon music videos which I don't really approve of, but it's a bit better than quadrillions of question videos like a lot of other IGWay members do, even former ones. His commentaries are going in the right direction, but the blandest of them all kinda turns me away from returning for more. But the final example I am covering is so brain-crushingly despicable that I had actually planned to make a separate video out of him. That person is Farhan the movie guy. Like the three others I had mentioned previously, he has an anti-IGWay mentality while sharing traits of the group itself. But I actually think he has it worse than Neil does. While he is definitely hypocritical, he's at least not bothering to pester people such as me. Well, except for Automagic, but I digress. I have more to say about this guy than all of the others, so be prepared for a long rant on this crap stain. Commentary-wise, his videos are either a failed attempt at saying he himself is superior, or a meaningless stool like a majority of the others I brought up. He started off his commentary career by commentating on a parody channel, likely as he doesn't want to steer away from the other IGWay commentators' comfort zone. Yeah, I know he said it was a joke video, but it didn't really have any redeemable qualities or quirky quips that made me feel satisfied with it or make me laugh. Most of the time when people make joke commentaries, they try to add some bit of humor that doesn't really sound legitimate whatsoever or is in a very lighthearted fashion. The joke effect also felt weak here as he uses text in his videos, but him using text is only a minor downside to his content overall. After that one video though, I really wish he'd stick to being called a joke commentator, even if he wasn't that funny, as his serious ones are a pain in the ass to watch. He would go on to make a video on the BH dude simply for him liking a certain SML video he didn't like, and not one, but 2 commentaries on their favorite punching bag. If only the fucker could even spell the name correctly. But hey, we get very insightful interjections from those videos, such as, "My Chio, you are honestly giving me the feeling that you won't accept criticism like an adult, nor show any improvement. Oh, and you're 18. How unfortunate, since 18-year-olds don't even act this way. Wow, dude, no need to act like a retard." And, "Now, were you even raised by parents, or were you just tossed down on the street? It wouldn't surprise me. Fucking legendary commentary, bruv!" I am not doing that voice ever again. Even worse than those, he has gone and made IGWay-esque response videos to certain users, some of them being trolls. This one on screen especially proves the deficiency of creativity he has in his body. His desperation for wanting to be seen in a positive light is extremely blatant in the fact he has an IGWay parody channel that acts as if he is Neo Farhan, and not once can I find a time when it isn't obvious. This channel contains similar videos to what he does, except with more user videos and with different people. And for whatever reason, he thinks I am fucking awesome in his own words. Listen, if you are making a parody channel, Don't make it 100% obvious that it is you. Hell, I recommend that parody channels don't even bother revealing who they are in the description. The most they should put on there is that this channel is a parody of a certain group or person. And knowing this dude wants to become a well-respected person, he goes and obviously plagiarizes people he is/was a fan of. This included copying a note from someone else's dislike video playlist and putting it into theirs. Which I'm not going to lie, a lot of people who follow me seem to have a playlist titled disliked videos. The one I am showing you right now is Farhan copying one of Mr. Demon Slayer's notes on there. To add insult to injury, he had literally made a video very similar to Ray Rules 96 about their reactions when they screw up. Other than the media clip being used, almost everything in there is a downright clone of it. The music used in the videos are the same, and the titles, descriptions, and even the comment the users posted are eerily similar. Farhan only adds a few more words and raises the dislike goal from 100 to 1 million. I would also like to bring into light that a couple months ago, he had featured channels that had the same exact names that mine did, albeit I will probably copy from Master Doopy One Bath and not me. Nowadays, those channel lists are completely removed. On DeviantArt, he is equally terrible on there, and probably even more so in some aspects. He gets on the people for simply making a joke on mental disabilities, being the spur lord he is, and would be glad if Mr. Demon Slayer gets banned again. Not too long before the post was made, me and a few others were going on one of Farhan's journals, spamming a bunch of memes on there. Mostly common staples of the alt-right memers such as Keck, Moonman, Chuck E. Cheese, and Lightning McQueen. Well, I myself only contributed a little bit. Most of it was from other people who were spamming similar memes to what I was. A lot of those people ended up being blocked by Farhan himself. Not saying that was the wrong decision of him, but he could have easily ignored it. After his shady actions were being discovered, Automagic Critic and Mr. Demon Slayer made parodies on him in different forms. Well, the one Auto had made, it was basically just calling out his thievery of a Dick Figures character / Yoshi player's avatar. MDS's video covered most of his faults and mocked them. In his IGWay glory, he found excuses to discredit any of the bad-mouthing of certain things he had did. Similar to what Neil did, Farhan acted as if he got over those mistakes and said that they were from a couple months ago. Like that's a strong enough argument to convince us that you are not truly an IGWay cumrag and that we can't call you out on it. He even told people this.
Stop thinking about the backstory.
Beautiful. Just beautiful. It has even been rumored that he is behind a sock puppet account designed to threaten people who criticize or troll with him, under the name The Latter Man. I have access to the United States arsenal and I will use it to its full extent to blow you to ashes if you don't take the video down, you piece of fucking shit.
Fucking humanity is doomed.
Frick. Methinks I shouldn't be messing with him. If you couldn't tell already, people such as the ones I listed are devaluing my channel and making it seem more like an IGWay cesspool, which I am not okay with. So to you people who act similar to the people I listed here, please leave the channel pronto. I do not want you twats to spread like a disease on my channel and build a collective consciousness on it. That would make you no better than the people I have talked about in the past year I've been doing these critical videos. Minus a rare few exceptions. You people don't provide anything new to bring, and you basically dick right off of me whenever opportunity you get. To my actual fans, I thank you very much for supporting me for all this time and acting intelligent around here. This is Brackenutron signing out, and because my sense of humor is dried up, just roll the credits right now.
Need for Speed Most Wanted 2012 has got to be the best game ever.